Hello everyone. Well, this is an update on Albert LaBelle's snake bite. You saw when I gutted it that pin and that driver on number 5 looked like it was a T-pin. I mean, the key pin looked like it was a T-pin. It was sitting like that, facing up. And Bearsback watched the video and he said, "I think there's still a driver in there." And I watched the video and it sure looked like it. Well, when I went to reassemble this thing, it wouldn't go past pin 5. It would hit pin 4 and stop. And so I got under the back of the plug and pushed up on pin 5 and got him going all the way up there, the key pin also. And then I was able to get the key in and turn it, so I gutted it. And everything was normal. This guy was sitting there. I don't know why I didn't see him the last time, but I think he goes, this is the way I would run it. But when it wound up that's how it showed up coming out. So, Big Al, if you're watching this one, just let me know which way you want this guy to go. I can put him in either way. I fixed that spring that was kind of partially sticking out. This is the way it was sitting, and both of them can fit in that plug on top of each other. I mean, the drivers are... The hole is deep enough as such that you can stack the key pin. Let me get it in there and show you. Sorry for the handheld shakiness, but just a little quick update. I'm gonna put this guy in there. I'm trying to do this one-handed. See, oh, there's pin 5. Let's drop the driver in there. I don't know where my regular tweezers are. I'm just using these El Cheapo guys. Alright, so I'm going to put the driver in pin 5. No, not 4. Come back! Runaway pins, man. That happens to me. I closed my legs quick enough and I got him. He's hiding back here. Trying to run away. I'm operating off a little tiny ledge over here. I don't have much space, and if anything drops and flies, whee! And I was trying to look through the camera. Yeah, I was wondering when I reassembled that, I was like, man, he didn't even have a pointed end. I mean, it'll work. Oops, I dropped him in pin 4 again. Alright, let me just fix this camera where he'll sit there and look at the side. I can't do this one-handed with tweezers and fighting. Alright, get over here. Get out of pin 4. Go into pin 5. Right, look how far he drops in there. And you can actually stack these guys on top of each other in there. I mean, you can put this guy in there and he'll fit if he ever wants to cooperate. See, this is the way it was looking at me, and I thought, man, that's a pin and pin kind of key pin, but I didn't even look further. See how he sits in there? He sits flush. So that's the driver. So basically with spring pressure and everything, the shortness of this driver means that you turn this guy into a 4-pin lock, basically, or one hell of an overset trap, which is probably what that was, an overset trap. So if you want to leave it like that, Albert, just let me know. He is sticking up a little bit. I don't know how it wound up in there, because look at that. It doesn't look like the plug would turn if it sits there. Maybe he is high enough. I don't know how it wound up there with me picking it, but that's the way it wound up. So that's just a little update on part of the challenge locks. Sometimes it's reassembling these guys and getting them to work properly. Because you never know what you're dealing with. So the way he had it set up, the way it came out of the lock, was like that. Alright, so Just let me know, Big Al, if you want me to put it back together like that. I think it'll work. But yeah, I just basically got the I'll put it in like that, and the spring will sit on there. Usually I like to have a flatter side to engage the springs. And basically, if I was doing this, I would go like that. This is how I would run that. That way you have the spring pressing on there, and you don't have to worry about the coils getting caught up and hung up, because sometimes they will get caught up in these serrations. And I did have one piece of the spring sticking up when it was grabbing a hold of this guy. But yeah, just let me know how you want this done, Big Al, and I'll put it back together. I did unmodify the key just to try to get this thing to work. And I thought I was going to have to pick it again. But what I knew I was going to do, I was basically just going to pick 4 pins. I wasn't going to touch pin 5. So, thank you for watching, and yeah, that's part of the fun of challenge locks sometimes, is getting them back together and getting them functioning again. But it still was a fun lock, and Snakebite, I guess that was his one fang right there. He tried to bite me with one fang, so... Thank you for watching, and everybody, happy picking!